Welcome to Boozy Movies. We're watching movies, making cocktails, and apparently unboxing 4K Blu-ray DVDs is what we do. So today, very exciting day. We have Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair, unrated, limited edition from Lionsgate. I'm gonna unbox it, talk about it a little bit. But first, we have a little special guest too, because making cocktails on this channel in the theme of movies is really what we're known for. And you can see we have a $5 Boozy Bourbon Milkshake from Pulp Fiction. So if you would like to learn how to make this, definitely check out our Pulp Fiction episode. We have a ton of other cocktail episodes on our channel. This is actually the first unboxing we've done, and pretty excited to get into it. This has been out for a few weeks now. I think that's about when people started getting them. You can still get them on the Lionsgate website. They're going for, I believe, $59.99. I think down from $69.99, so you're kind of getting a deal, or at least they're making you feel like you are. Now, this is one I've been looking forward to for a long time. It was kind of out there in the lore and people had talked about it. It's initially how Tarantino wanted to release it, but they made him cut it down to 2 movies. This is coming in at, I think, 253 minutes, and that is 4 hours and 13 minutes for all of you scoring at home. Now, this does come on 2 different discs. They've been marketing it as finally in one epic adventure in language like that. But they did have to split it into 2 discs because you can only fit a certain amount of time without compressing the video onto a DVD, even a 4K DVD. So this does come with 2 4K DVDs and 2 Blu-ray DVDs. So best of both worlds. Now, Jan, who is my lovely cocktail co-creator on this channel, isn't here for this episode. She's actually never seen Kill Bill. So the first time I show it to her, should I show her the whole bloody affair, or should I go volume 1, volume 2? That's gonna be a tough call. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and while you're down there, give us a like and a subscribe. So I think it's time, before I get started, I need to take a sip of this cocktail. It's pretty good. It's definitely worth $5. All right, time to cut into it. So I'm gonna cut into it real quick here. Ooh, not to cut or veil. And let me just get the plastic off. Okay, so we have the cover here. It comes in a nice plastic slipcase. We have Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair, unrated. Lionsgate limited on the corners. And then it looks like, then we have, let's see, the Kill Bill on the side is not in the slipcase. That is printed on the box itself. On the back here, we have a write-up on the movie, and we have an image of the chapel, and then disc 1, disc 2, 4K HD DVDs, Ultra HD. Then we also have 3 and 4. Those are the Blu-ray versions. Special feature, The Lost Chapter, which apparently is the only special feature on this set. And we'll talk about that maybe a little bit later. I think they could have done a little more with this set. Then we have, it also comes with a digital copy, so you can watch it anywhere. All right, let's flip it over, and yeah, let's take the top off. So here we go, and we are sliding the top off. Okay, set that off to the side. Now you can see we do have this kind of fun veil that they give the bride, Uma Thurman. Great kind of black and white image of her. We see her eyes, and then she has her Hattori Hanzo sword right between her eyes. That's pretty cool. On the side here, you can see Kill Bill, Whole Bloody Affair, unrated. So that way, if you're putting it on your shelf, you'll be able to see what exactly this is. Then on the back, we have a we now have the image of the chapel with our villains getting ready to go in and mess some things up, right? So flipping over to the top, I think it's time to unveil the bride. What do you guys think? So I'm gonna flip this open. I think that's how it works. And okay, so everything looks like it's contained inside, and then we can slide everything out. And let's see what else we got in here. It looks like here's the digital code. All right, so here's the box. Again, nice box. Really like the artwork. Fun thing with the veil, but we'll set that off to a side for now. First thing that I see here is the digital copy. Then let's see, what should we go into here? So we have the discs, and then we have this booklet here. Now, I believe this is a 40-page booklet. On the front, it says the fourth film by Quentin Tarantino, uncut, uncensored, and in its entirety, Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. And kind of this nice silhouette graphic of the bride with her with blood splattered all around her. Let's go over to the back, and it continues on the back here. So let's flip through the inside. There we go. We have a picture of Uma and Quentin. And then we also have, here's a picture of Quentin behind the camera. And an opening quote. I wrote and directed Kill Bill as a single film, and I am thrilled to finally give fans the opportunity to see it that way. All the blood and guts in their glory. Quentin Tarantino. And then I'm not going to go through all of these, but it looks like we have a quote here from Uma Thurman. And then a bunch of stills from the movie. Oh, all right. An interview with Quentin Tarantino and Uma Thurman, moderated by Sean Fennessy from The Big Picture, my favorite movie podcast. Definitely check it out. It's on Netflix. Big fan of Sean and Amanda. Very cool. I had no idea. And then we're going to go through. We got a whole Q&A now between Sean Fennessy and Quentin Tarantino and Uma Thurman. Quentin, as you know, is fairly long-winded, so some of his answers get pretty lengthy there. Finally, Uma gets a couple of words in, it looks like. And then, yeah, we just have some nice shots. Here's a shot of Quentin with the late, great Michael Madsen, and Quentin framing up a shot with him and Uma. Got some great quotes. Here's with David Carradine, and then we got the other members of the clan. Here's David Carradine, and then director of photography Robert Richardson with Tarantino and a bunch of crew in the background. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I kind of like all this stuff. Very interested in reading the interview. I think that'll be pretty cool. It'd be nice if that was videoed, if they would have also included that as a special feature on the DVD. Don't you think? Here's Quentin with Daryl Hannah. All right, let me just go through the rest of these pictures again. Quentin with Robert Richardson, great cinematographer. And we'll just keep flipping here on the bike. And, Uma with her daughter, Bibi. Fun, very cool. All right, let's flip that off to the side. And then, we got a little more we gotta cut into. I'm gonna have to be gentle here. Don't want to mess it up. Okay. And then we have the film strip. So it does come with a film strip, which I think is pretty cool. Now, I don't know if it's an actual film strip from the movie or from the camera negative, but let's see what I got here. And you hold it up to the light. I'm not sure if we can see it on here. So looking at it, we have Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. We have the crew outside of the chapel. And then we have Pai Mei, isn't it Pai Mei? On when he stands on top of her sword. That's a pretty cool scene. And then we have David Carradine and Bud, and then we have the bride down below. So yeah, that's pretty neat. I like that. Looks like we have some still shots as well. So first we have the bride, aka the Black Mamba, Uma Thurman. Oh, and then on the back we have Bill, aka Snake Charmer, David Carradine. Oren Ishii, Cottonmouth Lucy Liu, and then see on the back Ellie Driver, Daryl Hannah, Bud. We have Michael Madsen here, and then Vernita Green, Hattori Hanzo. Very cool. I like that shot. And then we have Pai Mei and what is it, Johnny Mo? Okay, Go-Go, and Sophie. Let's see. Oh, and then we also have a couple of little posters. Yeah, this is nice. That's fun. So we have this shot of the bride. Kind of, it's the same image from the cover of this, but the fourth film by Quentin Tarantino, uncut, unrated, Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. Only in theaters December 5th in 70mm and 35mm. So really nice poster there. Then we also have, it looks like a poster. Ooh, this is fun. This might be my favorite sort of scene or sequence of all the movies when Black Mamba, Uma, and Oren Ishii are fighting in the snow. That is just such a beautiful, beautiful scene. Really, really like the way that it was shot. And so we have Kill Bill, Whole Bloody Affair. All right, nice poster there. All right, well, let's get into the discs. So on the cover of the disc, we have looks like Uma in the middle, and then a couple of the crazy 88s around her. On the side, Kill Bill, Whole Bloody Affair, and then more crazy 88s. And we're gonna open up here. So then we have our discs, and looks like our 4Ks here are on the left, and the Blu-rays are on the right, which both covers of the discs are pretty much the same, although it looks like this one here, she's beginning to strike, and then this one she's actually following through with the strike. So the actions of the discs are different on the HD DVDs compared to the Blu-rays, or the 4Ks compared to the Blu-rays. Let's see. Let's open up in the back. So a little bit of a pain to get out, and we have David Carradine here, Bill, at the table. And then flip over here, and I have a sneaking suspicion we are going to have Uma, the bride. Now, these are a little tricky to get out. Maybe I'm just... And don't want to scratch them, obviously. So, and then we have the bride here. Very cool. All right, so those are the discs. Obviously, I need a sip now. Again, still pretty good. So if you are a cocktail fan, we have 2 cocktails for every movie that we do. We've done some great movies like Taxi Driver, A Clockwork Orange, The Shining. We have done, like I said, Pulp Fiction. We are going to be doing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because Cliff Booth is coming out. And we thought about doing some Kill Bill ones, but I think we're just going to have to wait till next year for that. But we also have our second cocktail for Pulp Fiction is a serious gourmet shit cocktail. So kind of a coffee flavored cocktail if you're into that sort of thing. Now, I know there's been some criticism out there about this being split up into 2 discs because they've been touting it, I think even on the website. It's like one single unbroken film on 2 discs. I don't have a big issue with it because I want it in its highest quality available. The only way to fit it onto one disc is going to really be to compress the video, which really goes against your 4K DVD player and 4K TV and all of this stuff. So definitely, I don't really have an issue with it. I understand why they had to do it, but it is a little funny, and I know some people do, and I understand why they would. Just look at it this way. It's a point to get an intermission. And I'm curious, for those of you who did see it in the theater, did they have an intermission? Because if so, then what's the big deal? So the biggest issue for me, though, is the lack of special features on this. All we get is this lost chapter, which is some sort of collaboration with Fortnite. So I don't even know what that is. I'm going to have to check it out. But we don't get an audio commentary. We don't get any making of featurettes or anything like that, which were included on the original Blu-rays. So if you got these individually, you got the behind the scenes and making of documentaries, which I think were about 20 minutes each. Nothing like that was included on these, not even in the Blu-rays, which a lot of times when you get 4Ks and Blu-rays, they'll dump the special features on the Blu-rays. We didn't get any of that here. So I feel like for a package of this much money and talking about how great it is and for the first time and everything, the most we get is this interview with Sean Fennessy and Quentin and Uma. I think if they would have included the video version of that on this, that would have been fantastic. Also, maybe a behind the scenes or a special interview with Quentin, just talking about, originally wanting to release it as one film, why they decided not to, and everything that went into creating this new updated version. Because my understanding is this does vary a bit from the other 2 films. I think to make it one coherent story, I think they expanded some sections and then they also reduced and maybe removed a few scenes in others. I think they might have actually even changed some of the black and white fight scenes to color. if I've heard that correctly. So there are going to be some differences here. I'm really excited to put this in and to check it out and see if I can sort of spot those differences. But definitely, if you guys have noticed some things, let me know down below, because I definitely want to know what to look out for. So now that this is unboxed, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put it on, and I know what I'm doing for the next 4.5 hours. So yeah, there's worse things to do, right? Let me know if you guys like these unboxing videos. I'm just getting into physical media, and I'm super excited to start getting and collecting more. And if you like these, I'll definitely do more of them. So until next time, check out some of our other cocktail videos. Cheers.